everyone, welcome. So for today's class, it'll be a gentle yoga flow and just taking this time that's going on, everything that's going on, and just kind of tapping into kindness to ourselves, kindness to others, and gratitude, kind of both. So we'll begin today in a seated Sukhasana seat. So I highly recommend you take a blanket or a beach towel is fine. Fold it up so this rolled edge is right underneath you. And you can come to the front of your mat. I'm sitting facing you, but you can come to the front of your mat facing the front and then sit on the very edge of that blanket. Remove any of that fleshy goodness underneath so you can sit up super tall, really grounding through your sit bones. And we'll take our left hand to our heart and our right hand to our belly. And just soften here, so really just feel those sit bones grounding. And then the ribs here, if they're puffing out, just tuck them in towards the spine, lengthen through the tailbone, lengthen through the crown of the head, and then softly close the eyes. Let the shoulders soften down the back. Take your gaze inwards towards the third eye space between the eyes, between the eyebrows. And just to find your place here on your mat, begin to focus on your breath in and out of the nose. Start to lengthen the inhales and exhales. And before we can be kind, we must think kindly. And we must show ourselves kindness first. So yoga is one of the most profound ways we can show kindness to ourselves. Spending time on our mat takes us to a sacred place, to a place of mind, body, spirit, flow. Bless us with this awareness while we are on our mat. We can find love and benevolence. And by taking time to show ourselves compassion every day, so finding our way to our mat every day, just sitting and grounding into our breath, we'll slowly begin to act as a conduit for kindness that can then radiate out to the world. So with each inhale, fill yourself with kindness and compassion. And with each exhale, let that flow out of you to just trickle out to each and everybody around the whole planet. Notice if it takes time for you to settle in this place. Notice if the mind is wandering, we call that our monkey mind, and the best way to calm that is by coming down to our mat and finding our breath. So let's take a couple more inhales and exhales through the nose, breathing in compassion and kindness, and exhaling out the compassion and kindness to everyone around us. Everyone's going through a different journey. Everyone's on a different voyage. And what's important through all of this is remaining kind and compassion, finding gratitude in even the simplest things, and then helping share that with the world. Let's all take a deep inhale through the nose. And open the mouth and exhale it out. One more time, inhale through the nose. And open the mouth, sigh it out. Good. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Bow the chin to the chest. As deep as you can, soften the shoulder blades down one more time. Connect your head to your heart. And just breathe into this space of the heart. Seeing if you can lengthen the inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, bring your head up above the heart. Softly open the eyes. One more time, welcome all of you. And I invite you to close the eyes at any time during the practice that suits you. And just allow yourself to breathe and flow with your breath. Let your breath guide you through your movements today. On your next inhale, grounding through the sit bones again, reaching tall through the spine, crown of the head. Just reach those fingertips up to the sky, interlace the hands, create a steeple with the pointer fingers, and just reach up to the sky. So while you're grounding in those sit bones, rooting down, you're also reaching through the side body, softening the shoulders down the back. And breathe here. Go ahead and tuck the chin to the chest, just bowing the head forward, getting a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, head back over the heart. And exhale, slowly float the hands down towards the mat, taking your time here. Let your fingertips just rest down beside you. On your next inhale, sweep the left arm all the way up to the sky. Plant the right palm down, and then reach that left arm all the way over, maybe bending into the right elbow, grounding through the sit bones here. Can you rotate and pull your heart up to the sky? Soften the shoulder blade down the back. So we'll stretch and twist into the 6 dimensions of the spine. Really lengthening into your breath, into your inhales and exhales. One more inhale and reach and open. And then take the hand behind the head. Take a deep inhale here and open your heart. And exhale, left elbow to the knee, rounding through the spine, a little crunch here. Inhale and open through the heart. And exhale, round elbow to knee. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, round to the knee. Inhale, release the arm up to the sky and just reach. And exhale, flow that left arm all the way down to the mat. On your next inhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky. Left hand plants firmly into the earth, maybe the left elbow bends. Sit bones grounded, reach through the side body, soften the shoulder and peel the heart open one more time. Take deep inhales and exhales through the front body. Lengthening the inhales and exhales. One more inhale and reach. And then take the hand behind the head. Inhale and open the heart. And exhale, round knee to nose. Elbow to knee. Inhale and open. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale and open your heart. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale one more time, just open here, Reach that right arm high. And exhale, sweep it up and lower nice and soft and slow. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands through all the way down to heart center, bringing in this healing, beautiful energy. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Bring the arms out in front of you, palms to the sky. Take the right elbow over the left, and we'll interlace into Eagle Arms, Garudasana, so you can bring the backs of the hands together. If this bind is too intense for the moment, you can also take your hands to the shoulders, give yourself a hug here. So taking the bind that works best for you. And we'll inhale the elbows up to the sky, open the heart, and then take the elbows and counterclockwise. Just take the elbows in a circle here, making a circle with your elbows. Just getting into the shoulders, working our shoulders. Just some different movement here. And as they come down towards the earth, let's go ahead and rotate clockwise. Make sure you're breathing here. And as the elbows reach 12 o'clock up to the sky, go ahead and lift the elbows, gaze up to the heart, to the sky, ground through the sit bones. And on your exhale, round the spine, bring the elbows towards the belly, chin to chest. We'll do some cat-cows here with our eagle arms. Inhale, ground the tailbone, open the heart, lift the elbows. And exhale, tuck the torso, chin to chest. One more time, inhale, lift the elbows, create space in the belly. And exhale, round into it, tuck the chin to the chest. On your inhale, come back through center, unwind the arms and open them wide out to the side, opening your heart here. And exhale, close it up, hands to heart. Bring your thumbs to the heart space. Bow the chin to the chest and reconnect with your breath here. So a little bit of intensity into the shoulders. Let's take this moment here to find gratitude now with all that's going on in the world. Seeing if you can allow yourself to find one or two things that you are grateful for right at this moment. They don't have to be anything huge. They can be just sitting on your mat, your breath, finding peace, someone in your family, maybe the roof over your head, food in the pantry, whatever it is, just find two things to be grateful for here and just seal them into your heart. Take an inhale through the nose. Sigh it out the mouth. Go ahead and bring your arms forward, reaching forward one more time. Take the left elbow over the right, coming into your Garudasana, eagle arms, again to your own degree. So either the backs of the hands facing each other, you can give yourself a hug here, or full bind, whatever works. And we'll go ahead and let's clockwise now. Just take the elbows and rotate them around the clock, getting a nice work into your shoulders here. Make sure you are breathing through this. Make sure you're lifting through the crown of the head, spine is long. And then let's go counterclockwise with those elbows. We're just working our shoulders here. One of the places we carry so much of our tension, so much of our stress and anxiety. And when your elbows reach 12 o'clock, inhale up to the sky, open the heart. And exhale, round here. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin to the chest. Elbows want to reach the navel. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, round here. One more time, inhale and open. And exhale and round. Inhale back through to center. Gently unwind. Open up the heart. And bring the hands back through to heart center. Bow the chin to the chest. Reconnect with your breath. And just come back once again to those two things you were grateful for. And let's set an intention for the rest of the class to just flow with our breath, moving with kindness and compassion and gratitude. So if we can find all those things for ourselves through today's practice, we can then sprinkle that upon everyone else in the world. Maybe send a little love out there as well. Go ahead and gently open your eyes, release your hands. And then if you have the blanket, if you're sitting on one, just release it off to the side. And just come onto the knees. We'll come into a tabletop pose. If your knees are not comfortable on your mat or the surface of whatever floor you're on, take a blanket underneath your knees. And we'll come into tabletop pose, Barshanasana. So knees are directly under our hips, 10 toenails pressing into the mat. Feet are coming straight out from the knees. Our shoulders are directly above our elbows and wrists. Our fingers are fanned wide and we're pressing into all the knuckles. Lift that back heart space here so we have a nice neutral tabletop. And then from here, let's just take circles within our hips. So pressing our hips back to the left, over our heels, over to the right side. And so we're going in a counterclockwise direction, moving with your breath, just flowing here. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And just breathe and flow, getting into our hips. And when you come back to neutral at 12 o'clock, go ahead and rotate clockwise. Taking anything else here you need, any other wanted movements that your body's craving. One more time. Coming back to that neutral tabletop here, tuck the toes, and we'll just lift the knees off the blanket, just coming into a hovering tabletop here, just getting into our shoulders. Spread the shoulders wide, lift the heart. One more inhale. And exhale, release back down. Untuck the toes, just pound those out, get the blood flowing. And then send the hips back over the heels. Reach those fingertips long. We'll come into a child's pose here. Forehead can come down onto the mat. Chest and belly rest on the thighs or maybe between the thighs. Take a moment here just to breathe, finding kindness and compassion for yourself. Maybe coming up to the fingertips here, just getting a little deeper into the shoulders. And allow your gaze to come forward. If you're not on your fingertips, go ahead and come up to the fingertips and just walk the fingertips over to the right side, keeping the hips over the heels. And just reach the fingertips over. Release the head back down. Get a nice side body stretch in that left side. Gaze up to the fingertips. Walk them all the way back through center and over to the left side. Stay onto the fingertips here. Press the hips back over the heels. Breathing here. Let the gaze come forward, walking your hands back through center. And let's press ourselves back up to a tabletop pose. Tuck the toes, and we'll press our hips back over our heels. Remove the blanket if you're able to do that with your knees. Bring the knees back down. Keep the toes tucked just for a moment. Place the hands on the thighs. Remove the little pinky toe. Make sure that guy gets out too. And just breathe into the toes here, sending kindness and compassion to our toes. Our feet do so much work for us. One more breath here. Come back to the hands, pound the toes out, let the blood circulate. Walk the fingers forward just a little bit. Let your pointer fingers face towards the top of your mat, opening up the eyes of the elbows towards the front. Tuck the toes under and begin to press the knees off the mat, coming into our first down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So you're welcome to pedal into your down dog, bending into one knee at a time if this is your first practice. If your hamstrings are super tight, go ahead and take a deep bend into the knees, let your chest and belly rest on your thighs, and just press through the heart here. So you're opening and lengthening through the spine. You're pressing into all the knuckles of your hands, and you're pulling the shoulder blades apart, and they're rotating down towards your tailbone. On your next inhale, just walk your hands back to meet your feet. We'll hang in forward fold. So again, if you need to take a deep bend in the knees, take that. Let your chest and belly rest on your thighs. And let's grab right hand, left elbow, left hand, right elbow. And just allow ourselves to hang here, hinging at the hips. Forward fold. Can you press into all four pads of the feet and spread the toes wide? Just creating a really strong, kind, and compassionate foundation for your practice. Allow yourself to sway side to side. You can shake your head yes, you can shake it no. If being here in stillness feels better, take that. Release the fingers, the hands down to the mat. Press into all four corners of the feet. Bend into the knees as you slowly ragdoll your way up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. Taking your time, feeling yourself pressing through the feet. And when you get to the top, let the palms open up down by your side. Let the shoulders soften down. And you have arrived. Tadasana Mountain Pose. Imagine your inner thighs rotating in and towards each other, towards the front. So the quads are super engaged here. I invite you to close the eyes. Reconnect with your breath. And let's bring our hands to heart center. And we'll take a little walking meditation towards the front of our mat. So very slowly, 1 foot at a time. And my favorite saying, my favorite meditation master, Thich Nhat Hanh, says the miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the green earth, dwelling in the present moment. So just allow yourself to be right here, making your way to the front of your mat, grounding through all four pads in the feet. On the inhale, let's sweep our arms up to the sky. And exhale our hands down through the crown, bringing that healing energy through heart center. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. And on the exhale, let the thumbs come to the third eye, hinge at the hips, gentle bend in the knees as you forward fold all the way down. Uttanasana. So allowing yourself to turn inward here. So you can have a micro bend in your knees. Release the head and neck here. And let's inhale to half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands can come to the shins, to the knees or the thighs, wherever it is. You can lengthen through the spine, press the tailbone, thighs to the back of the room. Gaze is down, spine is long. And exhale, release it down. One more time, inhale to half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Don't let your shoulder blades round here, pull them wide. And exhale, release it down. Press into the four corners of your feet, little bend in the knees as you sweep those arms up to the sky, root to rise. And exhale your hands to heart center. Take a moment here, just reconnect with your breath. Let's bring our thumbs to that third eye space and just press your thumbs into that third eye space. Give it a little massage here. Inhale, pressing into the feet, lengthening through the spine. As you exhale, press the hips forward as you slowly open your heart. Maybe press the thumbs into that third eye space, but protect the neck here. Lengthen. And exhale, bend into the knees, forward fold all the way down. Inhale to half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, spread wide through the shoulders. Chest and heart is open to receive. And exhale, fold it in. Press into the four corners, sweep the arms all the way to the sky, root to rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. From here, let's bring our hands to our waist and we'll take a step back. So imagine you're on railroad tracks here. We'll take a step back with our left foot, landing it on the railroad track at a 45-degree angle. Right knee is going to find a nice bend right over that right ankle. We want to keep our hands on our hips to square the hips towards the front of the mat. Press out through the knife edge of the back of that foot. Keep that bend right over the ankle. Keep the hips squared. You can stay right here. You can bring your hands to heart center or inhale the arms up overhead, coming into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Try to spin those pinkies in, thumbs out, soften the shoulders. Breathe here through the side body. Inhale and reach. Exhale, sweep the arms behind the back. Interlace your hands to a mudra bind, and then straighten the arms, reaching the hands down towards the earth as you open up your heart here for compassion and kindness. First and foremost for yourself, take a deep inhale here. Go ahead and straighten that front leg, maybe reach back a little further. And on your exhale, let's hinge at the hips. Pull the hands straight and all the way over. We'll stop halfway. If you need to take a microbend in that right front knee, go ahead and take that. Lengthen here. Pull and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Try to just lengthen out through the tailbone at the crown of the head. Take a bend back into that knee as you come all the way up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, Warrior 1. Inhale and reach here. And exhale your hands to heart center. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. And we'll take that back foot and take it off the railroad track and move it to a tightrope. So it'll still be at that 45-degree angle. It'll be heel to heel alignment. Take that deep bend into that left knee and then open your hips here. So we'll turn the hips towards the front corner of the mat. We'll come into our Warrior 2 pose. So again, pressing out through the knife edge of that back foot. Right knee is directly over that right ankle. Go ahead and take your hands, bring them to your shoulders. So we don't want our shoulders past our hips. We want our shoulders right over our hips. And just breathe here. Take a deep inhale to lengthen. And then take the hands and press them to the front of the room. Feel the stretch into the wrist. Inhale, straighten that front leg. And exhale, let the fingertips find the floor. So we're just stretching into our wrists here. Inhale, fingertips up. And exhale, fingertips down. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Keeping the arms here really reaching, stretch. And exhale, sweep that left arm behind the back, maybe grabbing onto the hip. Reach up and inhale. And on the exhale, let's reverse triangle. Sweep the right arm back. So feel the long line of energy from those right toes coming all the way up through the side body of the right side and out those fingertips. One more time, inhale and reach here. And exhale, bring your hands back to parallel. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn towards the side of your mat. Let's spin our heels in, toes out. Plant into all four pads of the feet. And on the inhale, sweep the arms up, five-pointed star. Just breathe here and reach. Can you feel that compassion and kindness just radiating out of the front body, out of your heart? Inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale your hands through to heart center. Just take a moment here to breathe. From here, let's turn the right toes towards the front, or I should say the back corner of our mat. Turn the left toes towards the back, which is now the front of your mat. And then we'll take that back right foot and move it over to the railroad track of the mat. So our feet are on two railroad tracks. Take the hands to the hips, rotate the hips towards what's now the front of your mat. And then take a nice deep bend into that left knee. So adjust your body how you need to. We'll come into warrior two. Press out through the knife edge of that foot. Hands can come to heart center, or you can inhale them all the way up to the sky and reach. Inhale here and reach. Exhale, sweep the arms behind the back, interlace the hands to the uncomfortable bind, so the opposite of what you just did. Pull those hands down towards the earth, straighten the arms, open your heart. Inhale yourself back through center. Go ahead and straighten that front leg. Hinge at the hips, sending the tailbone to the back of the mat, and just lengthen your spine here. Stretching into our hamstrings, opening up the heart. Find some compassion and kindness for yourself here. And inhale, press yourself back up. Bring your hands to your hips. We'll then move that right foot back onto the tightrope so you can see a nice heel-to-heel alignment. Take a deep bend into that left knee, right over that left ankle. Press out through the knife edge of that back foot. And then open up the arms parallel to the mat, and you have found Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale here. And bring the hands to the shoulders, soften the shoulders. And then take the palms and just press them away. Reaching those fingertips to the sky. And then exhale, those fingertips reach down. Inhale them to the sky. And exhale them down. Inhale the arms overhead, straighten that left leg. Keep that left arm high, sweep the right arm down and behind the back, and then press into that front foot pad and reach that left arm back, coming into reverse triangle. So feel yourself pressing into those front left toes, feel that line of energy coming up through the body and out those left fingertips. Breathe here. Inhale yourself back to Warrior 2. Deep bend in that left knee. Bring the hands back to the hips. We'll find our way towards the side of our mat again. You can heel toe your feet in if you need to. And from here, let's let our feet come to parallel. Try to not let the booty stick out, so let's just get our ribs towards our spine. Lengthen here. Inhale, let's sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, arms come down onto the hips. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, start to fold forward, hinging at the hips. Putting the weight into the soles of the feet, getting out of the heels. Stop at the halfway point. Feeling this beautiful stretch in the spine. Lengthening here, lengthening through the hamstrings. And then allow the hands just to glide all the way down the outside of your legs, grabbing onto the ankles and letting the elbows flare out and taking a nice stretch here. Release the head. If you need to take any movement here, maybe bend into one knee at a time. Just take what you need, kindness and compassion. Let the hands come right under the face, and we'll inhale to half lift. And then on the exhale, walk your hands over towards the front of your mat. You're going to spin all the toes towards the front of the mat. Bend into that right knee, step that left foot forward, and we're hanging in forward fold, Uttanasana at the front of our mat. Let's inhale to half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, release it down. Press into the feet, sweep the arms all the way to the sky, root to rise. And exhale your hands to heart center, Tadasana. So just reconnect with your breath here. Reconnect to the soles of your feet. Feel what it feels like to be in this place, to just ground here through the earth, through all four pads of the feet, to just move your body a little bit kindly and compassionately, moving into all dimensions of your spine, while finding kindness and compassion for yourself. From here, let's just bend into the knees, dropping the tailbone down. So coming into a chair pose. And then releasing the hands. Let your chest and belly come to the thighs, straightening those legs as best as you can, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, press into the feet, hands to heart center. Press up a little bit to chair pose. Press all the way up, Tadasana. We'll do it 2 more times. Bend into the knees, slowly sitting back into your heels for chair pose. And then hinge at the hips, forward fold. Release it. Bring the hands back to the heart, drop the tailbone. For chair pose, sit back in the heels and then press into the feet and stand all the way back up to mountain pose. Last time. Bend into the knees, drop the tailbone down, lengthen through your spine. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Hinge at the hips, forward fold, just moving with your breath here. Bending into the knees, drop the tailbone back down, hands to hip, chair pose. Press into the feet, come all the way back up, mountain pose, good. On your next inhale, let's open up the hands out to the side to a cactus. Open up your heart here. And exhale, bring it back towards center. Inhale, open the heart, cactus the arms. And exhale, round it back to the top. Last time, inhale, cactus and open the heart. Send the hips forward just a little bit, support the head. And exhale, back to mountain pose. Good, you guys, nice. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, all the way down. Inhale to half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, release it down. Plant the hands, take a deep bend into your knees. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back, and send the hips high. We'll come into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Press into all 5 knuckles, get the weight out of the wrists. Pull the shoulder blades wide and down the back. Send the hips and tailbone high to the sky, pressing and grounding through the heels. One more breath here. From here, let's drop down to our knees. And we'll drop down to our elbows. Lengthen out through one leg at a time. We'll come into our Sphinx pose. So your elbows are directly under your shoulders. Take one leg at a time and just really extend the leg out of the hip. Press the pubic bone into the earth. Spread those fingers wide. You'll energetically drag the hands and elbows towards the back as you glide your heart forward. So it's a nice gentle back bend to the low back. Gaze is a couple of inches ahead of your mat, keeping that cervical spine long, spreading wide through the shoulders. Maybe pressing into all 10 toes to lift the knees off the mat. Really press into that pubic bone. Open up through the heart here. Find your kindness and your compassion. Breathing here. One more inhale, open. And on the exhale, lower down. Let the elbows flare out. Let one hand rest on the other. And let your left cheek rest on top of the hands. Take a moment here in Makarasana, just to maybe rock a little back and forth, just to release the hips a little bit. And then from here, go ahead and bend into the knees, flex the feet. And let the feet fall over side to side, just windshield wipering the feet side to side, just releasing the hips, the low back, moving with your breath. Let the feet come back through center, and then release them back down on your mat. Tuck those 10 toes under, and we'll come up to Sphinx one more time. So elbows directly under the shoulders, press into all of the knuckles here, press into your pubic bone. Energetically press and drag everything towards the back as you glide your heart forward through the shoulder blades. Gaze a couple inches above the mat. Keep that cervical spine supported and long. Maybe press into the toes or the tops of your feet, knees lift. Do what feels best for your low back. Breathe here. One more inhale to open. And exhale, flare the elbows out. Take the other hand on top of the other and let your right cheek rest on top of the hands in Makarasana. And just maybe soften in here. Do what you want. Do what feels good. Find compassion. If bending into the knees, giving yourself one more release feels nice for that low back, do that. Take that. And then release the feet. And go ahead and just very mindfully roll over onto your back. And pull the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. And just rock side to side. Apanasana. Your spine should be pretty massaged out right now. This is a great massage for the spine. So when your spine is feeling really stiff, this is a great way to just release. From here, let's take our hands to the back of our thighs. Take those thighs, spread them wide as the soles of the feet reach the sky, coming into our happy baby, Ananda Balasana. You'll know if you go into it this way, you want your tailbone being glued to the mat. You also want your shoulders really heavy on the mat. Now, if reaching up to the side of your feet takes the tailbone off the mat or your shoulders off the mat, you want to just stay where you're at. You can also take peace fingers around the big toes. I find that's the one of the next best ways for me to release my tailbone, soften the shoulders. And you really want to pull the knees towards the armpits here. And so your thighs are going past the ribs, finding clearance. And in your Ananda Balasana, notice if you like to rock side to side or if you just like to find stillness. So take a couple breaths here to either find stillness in your happy baby, or maybe rock side to side is very calming for the mind. Take what you need. Reconnect with that breath. When you're ready, pull the knees back in. Take the hands to the back of the thighs and just lengthen out through the soles of the feet here. Flex the feet, spread the toes wide. One more inhale. And exhale, bend the knees. Let the arms either come out to a T or a cactus, whatever feels nice for you. And we'll press the belly into the spine and allow the knees to fall over to the right side of our mat, coming into a chair twist. If it feels okay to let the head look over to the left side, do that if it feels okay. You can take the right hand to the top of that thigh to deepen your twist here. As you reconnect with your breath, with each inhale, you'll find yourself maybe lengthening out through the tailbone. And with each exhale, you'll find yourself releasing deeper into your twist. So just cleansing out any last toxins that are left stuck in the body. Notice if you're clenching or tightening into the jaw space, soften the tongue, release the jaw. Make sure both shoulders, especially the left, is glued onto the mat. And just try to soften with each exhale. Go ahead and release that hand. Inhale the head back through center. Press the navel into the spine as you bring the knees back over the hips. And then release it over to the left side. Coming into your chair twist on the left side. Gaze can go right. Right hand can help that top thigh, deepening. Taking a block or blanket underneath the knees, the feet, the thighs is perfect. When you go into twists, you want to listen to your body. Your body will tell you to what degree you can go. So make sure not to go any further than your body will allow, and use your breath. One more inhale here, let the head come back through center. And exhale, navel to spine, pressing it into the mat. Wrap the arms around the shins. Pull yourself up into a tight little ball, lifting the shoulders, the head, the neck. Bringing the knees to the forehead and squeeze. And on your exhale, we'll release everything long onto our mat. Release the legs wide, maybe to the width of your mat. Lift the tailbone up and forward. That will help you release all of your lumbar spine down on your mat. Arms can be down by your side if that feels nice. Palms up to receive. And you're welcome, especially today, to take left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly if that feels okay. Lift the heart up and shimmy the shoulders down the back. And just take a moment here to see if anything is stuck. If there's anywhere else you need to wiggle out some tension, go ahead and do that.
And we'll do just a little bit of breath work before we fall into complete Shavasana. So it's called box breathing. It's one of my most favorite breathing techniques to do whenever you're feeling stressed or anxious or tense. So go ahead and take a deep inhale through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. Exhale out the mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Last time. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. If you'd like to take a couple more of those, do that. Otherwise, just allow yourself to find the kindness and compassion that you cultivated through your practice for yourself. Feel this beautiful place of stillness on your mat. Feel the effects of coming to your mat. Feel how your body feels, what's different from when you started. That calm mind, that open heart. And just let your organic breath flow. Take the gaze to that third eye space. Let the eyes sink back in your skull. Soften the shoulders. Shavasana. Allowing yourself to stay here as long as you'd like. Kindness and compassion. If you just feel so good right here, stay put. When you're ready, begin to wiggle into your fingers and toes, sweeping the thumbs across the fingers. Finding some movement in the feet, and then bending into the knees, grounding the feet onto the earth, feeling yourself here in the present moment.
Rolling over to the right side of your mat, coming into the fetal position, taking a moment of gratitude here, coming back to the 2 things that you were grateful for today. Noticing how this kindness and compassion makes you feel towards yourself. And imagine if you could sprinkle that upon everyone else that comes around you, how good the whole world would feel. And just noticing how, coming back to what you're grateful for, how that also just makes your heart feel so good. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated Sukhasana seat, coming back to where we began. Grounding through both sit bones. Let's release our fingertips down on the mat. As you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Let your fingertips touch. Bring the thumbs down to that third eye space. Stop there. Having kind thoughts for yourself and for others. Bring the thumbs to the lips. Having kind words for yourself and for others. And bring your hands to heart center. Bow the chin to the chest, connecting the head to the heart. Having loving kindness and compassion for yourself and for others. And notice how by taking the time to show yourself compassion today, it will slowly begin to act as a conduit for kindness to radiate out into the world. I thank you for joining me today on your journey. It is always super humbling for me to guide you, and a true honor. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me.